Well, just hours after announcing one of the two National Guardsmen shot in D.C. had died, President Donald Trump announced he will pause immigration from Afghanistan and other so-called third world countries. NBC Connecticut political reporter Mike Savino joining us live in studio. Mike, I imagine this now is drawing some pushback.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime the president says something like this, it draws pushback. And I do want to note that the people that I talked to about this story, they do agree that what happened down in D.C. is a tragedy, and they agree that the United States should be vetting the process for refugees to make sure that it is protecting the country. But critics say that doesn't warrant shutting the door altogether.
You miss all the signs when you do absolutely zero vetting.
The Trump administration is raising concerns about the vetting process for refugees and others seeking entry to the U.S. after two National Guardsmen were shot by an Afghan refugees. One of those guardsmen died Thursday. President Donald Trump took to his Truth Social to say he was pausing all migration from third world countries and that he was terminating millions of admissions from the Biden administration. The post came after FBI Director Kash Patel also slammed the refugee process.
The prior administration made the decision to allow thousands of people into this country without doing a single piece of background checking or vetting. That's how you miss every single sign.
The White House later identified 19 countries for its immigration pause. Senator Richard Blumenthal called the shooting a tragedy, but said a full stop on immigration is not the answer.
Look at that.
We ought to review individuals based on their particular characteristics, not an across-the-board ban on people from countries where our troops and diplomats have been aided.
I have to say that I myself am from a quote-unquote third world country. And just because one comes from an impoverished background, it doesn't mean that somebody is dangerous.
And immigration advocates also...
Yeah, but you biased, though. You know, I'll be honest with you. I hate asking people questions that have to do with, like, pro-America, but they're biased on the other side. It's like asking an immigrant that we should limit the amount of immigrants coming to the country. They're biased, right? But that's just saying, I'm not saying that we should have a total pause on immigration, but we should have I would say pause it immediately and have y'all got to be precise with this vetting process. You know what I'm saying? Because you just can't let them in and say, all right, man, you got your court date in about a month and a half. Here's some government assistance. Live how you want to live. Come back when you're due. And then they don't come back. And now we got to send Homeland Security to go look for them at ICE. Or we should have put an ankle monitor on their ass in the get-go. Or you should have had their ass wait at a certain facility or something before you can come up in here. Because then what are they doing? Are they cahooting everybody with us? Like, let's say, like as soon as all this shit happened and they came with the immigrants, boy, what did Texas do? They sent their ass straight up north to Chicago, and Chicago started giving their ass thousands of dollars in free link. Facts. Swear to God. That's you can Google that. They were sending them free money. More money than the homeless people. And the reason why I was so mad about the immigrants coming to Chicago is because for years we seen our homeless people every winter die because it's so freezing cold. And the city of Chicago never done nothing. As soon as the immigrants got shipped over here, bro, swear to God, they had $15,000 on EBT cash and $10,000 and $8,000 on regular EBT link. Facts. And I knew about this because there's dudes all in Chicago. They leaving their receipts behind, not knowing that the balance on the receipt, and that's what it say on there. That would make me mad as hell. Definitely when I'm poor in Chicago and then these people come in randomly and they just get the whole shebang and the insurance, G. I'll be mad as hell. Now back to the whole thing about the immigration. Yes, we should still be vetting these people. I would say pause. I wouldn't say just third world country. I'd say anybody, be honest. Everybody get paused. Facts. Everybody. Or we're going to have to treat y'all a certain way. We're going to have to put ankle monitors on you. We're going to have to pause it immediately and summon everybody back to the judge immediately. Because what's going on is you telling me motherfuckers can get in the country and then you living next door to me and my family, which just happened. I'll be honest. I had some legal immigrants next door. You know, I was trying to talk to them, but they didn't speak no English whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know it, I seen an undercover car in front of their crib. Man, 2 days later, they gone. They moved, G. Swear to God. I already knew what it was, though. I told my girl, I said, hey, bro, we got some illegals next door. You know, I ain't snitching or nothing, but, hey, They got found by themselves. Next thing you know, they dipped out. Whole time, maybe they trying to run away and stay in the country on the low. But at the end of the day, you still have access to my family. Like, if they decided to do something that's okay in their country, over here, I would just be the victim of said crime, right? We can't have it. We can't have that, okay? And then at the same time, and I'm in the state of Illinois, what did J.B. Pritzker do? He made sure that we can't arm ourselves in our state while letting the illegal immigrants over here with all the benefits, G. Come on, it ain't even fair. It ain't even fair. They becoming police officers. Look, do as you want if you're a legal immigrant. Do as you want. I'm just saying that it ain't fair for the people that live here, that's been living here, was born here. That's all I'm saying. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. I honestly think that, yes, we do need a pause on immigration, at least temporarily. Because everybody that should be coming in here the right way. End of discussion. There should be no ifs or buts about that. Because what you're doing is like I said, you're cahooting these illegal immigrants with the good people in our country. Sorry. There's levels to this shit. You don't get total access to prestigious levels of education and doctors and free everything. You getting the food for free. You getting the Medicaid for free. Insurance for free. And these doctors that went to school, best schools in the world, and now you getting it for the free while somebody making $60,000, $70,000 got to pay out of pocket, G. That's not fair at all. At all. I don't know. Maybe y'all see it differently. Y'all tell me that in the comment section. Tell me what y'all think about that. It's your boy AngeloSavage. Don't forget to like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Peace.